So Hakeem Jeffries was also asked about Representative Cori Bush, who just introduced calling for $14 trillion in reparations. So they're trying to get this reparations bill passed.
They sure are, man.
$14 trillion for black Americans. Wow.
Yesterday, Cori Bush, he introduced a bill calling for $14 trillion in reparations for black Americans. However, critics are concerned that the bill won't pass due to GOP opposition. So my question to you is, why do you think so many people on the right oppose the call for reparations?
Well, I haven't taken a look at...
Pause it for a second.
What does this guy do with his time? What does he do?
How stupid a question is that?
Right.
Why do you think the GOP is so against reparations? I don't know. Because they're not responsible for slavery? How about that? Nor is anyone currently today
oh my gosh,
a slave.
You just gave me a great idea.
Nor have they been for 175 years. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. But I don't know.
Hold on. Let's compromise on this reparations thing, guys. Listen, let's tax card-holding members of the Democrat Party, since they're the ones that perpetrated slavery in this country.
Right.
Huh?
Okay.
All right, we got this. Okay.
But maybe we could put we could post the bill, but I don't think Hakeem would be able to read it because I don't know what the hell he's doing in office. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to look at that yet. That's all we hear from the guy.
I know.
What are we doing?
We should start making note of when he's asked questions, how many times he says, I haven't had a chance to
look at that yet fully.
So what else did he have to say other than he hasn't looked at it? Here it is.
That Representative Bush introduced, so I can't comment on its merits.
But I'm going
up
to
or
anyway.
down.
Absolutely.
But
I'm going
we know generally that the American people want to see opportunity created in every single zip code.
Every zip
That's
code.
my objective.
Yeah. Opportunity.
In this position that I'm privileged to hold.
What does that have to do with
we want to
reparations?
uplift everyone.
He wants to uplift everyone.
And, of course, make sure that we deal with injustice.
I can't take
whether
it.
that's racial injustice, social injustice, or economic injustice.
What about climate injustice?
So you don't want to deal with injustices and make things right, Pat?
No.
Okay.
I don't. Wait, that has to do with opportunity?
We want to create opportunity in every zip code.
Every zip code.
Okay.
These people
What does that have to do with reparations? The guy's the worst. These people are just horrific. They're horrific.
But it's hitting home, right? I mean, it's hitting home. We had
it seems to be happening, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's see.
They got momentum right now.
This is Cori Bush when she was making the announcement of her exciting bill.
Exciting.
United States has a moral and legal obligation to provide reparations for the enslavement of Africans. Black people in our country cannot wait any longer for our government to begin addressing each and every one of the extraordinary bits of harm, all of the harm it has caused since the founding.
Okay. Would you rather be somewhere else? Go there if you would.
Please.
And see if you fare better.
Please.
Under any other regime on this planet.
I'd like to think she doesn't believe it, but she does.
She wants reparations for all black Americans.
Uh-huh.
You're a congresswoman. You're a black woman in Congress in the United States of America. Tell me how you've been harmed.
I know.
I'm listening.
And we have all the reparations talk in California, right?
Yeah.
We've got Cori Bush from Missouri trying to institute something nationally for reparations, and it's hitting home.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, we've got there was a video of a guy from Tampa, Florida, a city that I would put over Houston any day, but Tampa Bay, Florida.
It's because you haven't spent enough time in Houston.
But there's a guy speaking in front of the Tampa City Council who believes that there should be reparations as well.
Oh, good.
All this nonsense, homelessness, and all this other garbage y'all talk about, police violence and all this stuff, don't nobody care about that.
Don't nobody care about that.
Don't nobody real care about that. We care about our reparations. And we have to put white people on notice that we want our reparations. That our foreparents and us, we didn't work for free and underpaid and all this nonsense.
You have
and
worked for
white
free?
folks get away with it. And they talk about the great city they're building. No, we want our reparations. $3 million per person.
Okay, good.
$3 million per
Good luck with
person
that.
right here in this city. That's the only thing black people got to care about.
That's the
all
only
this other
thing.
little nonsense y'all talk about, we do not care about.
Oh. They don't care about anything but $3 million per person.
That's right.
Okay.
It's hitting home.
So wait, hold on a second. If you get your $3 million, bro, if you get your reparations, does the government that owes you this money, do they get their chunk back, half of that in taxes?
Yeah.
Is that tax free?
Yeah.
That's what they. That's
it
what
has to be.
They
right?
will believe that
it has
it's
to be.
tax-free. Absolutely.
Has to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So who pays? Do black people pay too? Now, do only slave owners or people with ancestors who were slave owners, are they the ones who pay? Or does everybody pay regardless? And does everybody receive even if they don't have ancestors who were slaves? How black do you have to be? Do you have to be 100%? Do you have to be 1/116th? Do you have to be 1/2000th%?
Right.
What is the percentage here? How much blackness needs to be running through your veins? And does it have to include slavery? Or does just every person who looks black get $3 million?
Well, the original plan in California, they actually did say that they were going to have.
It was every black person.
Nah, I think the original plan that they first proposed.
What they were just saying a week or two ago was every black person.
Right. That's what I'm saying, because originally it was proposed that there had to be some. There was going to be. You had to prove that you had a bloodline. Absolutely, and then it was like, well, now we don't care about that. Yeah. Everyone gets it.
So if you're mixed race, do you end up writing a check to yourself? How does that work?
That's a good point. Like Barack Obama, does he write a check to himself because he's part white? He doesn't like to admit that, and I think it's racist to even say that he's part white.
Right.
Yeah.
But
you know how it's played. You got it. You got it.
But he is.
Yeah. We're not supposed to know that.
No, we're not supposed to. That. We're not supposed to say it. That's for
we
sure.
Don't address it. No.
Jeez. I don't know. This is just madness, and it does seem to have momentum.
It sure does.
I mean, California, Tampa, in Washington D.C. It's growing.
It's starting to grind. Yeah, starting to make some inroads.
Sure is. Wow. I mean, in California alone, they were talking about was it 800 million? Yeah, it was almost $1 trillion that they were going to have to pay out.
And even Newsom, the governor, was like, we ought to not do that.
Yeah.
Not doing that.
I still want to be president someday. Let's not attach my name to this.
Right.
I've got some train tracks I need to try to pay for.
Even Gavin Newsom was like,
right.
I'm not
so if
with
you
that.
are a black American living in California, could you, in theory, get a reparations check from your state and a federal check too? My goodness. Wow, that's
interesting.
Like fun.
Yeah, that does sound like fun, doesn't it?
Okay. Look at me. I'm black and moving to California now.
I know.
Where did our Tampa resident come up with the $3 million? Where did he come up with that?
That was there was an original line somewhere in the California thing that was $3 million, wasn't it?
No, it was 5. And then it was, I think, reduced to 1, wasn't it? Or was it?
I thought San Francisco, the original
they started
San Francisco.
at 5. Maybe they lowered it to 3.
Anyway,
there was a San Francisco committee that originally came up with $5 million.
With 5
million.
Okay, but not 3. Yeah, okay.
And so now California's down to what, 1.2 million?
Yeah, I think so, and that's over your lifetime.
So maybe he just came up with, what sounds good to me? $3 million.
Yeah, it sounds good to me
Split
too.
the difference.
I wouldn't turn down $3 million.
That's why I got news for you. I identify as being an African American right now.
Man, I don't know. How do you get through
And so
all
someone
this?
like a Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah.
Or a Sean King.
Identifies.
So are they writing checks or cashing checks here?
I don't know. But I've got to find a way to get $3 million, I'll tell you that.
And really, since it was Great Britain who instituted slavery in this country, shouldn't they be paying the reparations? Should we decide on reparations? This should come from Great Britain.
Okay,
they're the ones who saddled us with slavery.
I'm not opposed to that. All I know, Pat, is I want my $3 million.
Okay,
that's all I know.
You really hung up on
and
this.
don't nobody care about the rest of it.
Thank you.
Don't nobody care about it.
Thank you.
So I don't want to hear about homelessness. So what?
Violence in the streets.
Police brutality? Don't nobody care about that.
Nobody care about that.
So
we are simultaneously the greatest nation to ever exist and the dumbest nation to ever exist.
Well, we certainly are getting dumber.
Yeah, I know, man. This sucks.
I never thought we'd get to this place, but here we are. Here we are. We can't determine what a woman is. There's 97 genders, and now we're going to pay $3 to $5 million per person for slavery reparations. But nobody really knows who gets it, who pays it. Is it tax deductible? Are you going to be taxed on the $3 million or $5 million?
No.
If it actually gets to that and it becomes a reality, that is a clear end of this nation. There's not a chance in hell this nation survives that.
This fine gentleman in office, Joseph Robinette Biden, will be all for it.
Probably. Can you imagine the resentment of our tax dollars going to something like that? And the division that would cause?
Exactly what the Marxists want.
Jeez.
More division.